Let's talk a little bit about ranging and resolution. What I have here is a 6,000 count multimeter, which means it counts from 0000 to 5999. This is just like the tick marks on a ruler. It's how many divisions we can break a measurement up to. It's kind of how thin we can slice it. On an auto ranging multimeter, when I turn it on, what it does is it works its way down through the ranges until it takes a measurement, and then it stays in that range. So I didn't have anything connected with this. It rolled down into the lowest range, which is the 600 millivolt range. So what that did is it placed our decimal point right here. So our resolution is 0.0001 or 1/10,000th of a volt. Now, if I lock it in that range with the range key, now I'm in manual ranging. And if I connect the voltage, what happens is we get OL. Now, when you see OL, never interpret that as open line. What that means is you're in overload. There's a potentially dangerous voltage attached. So be careful, never interpret that as open line. We're in overload because 600 millivolts is way lower than the 120 volts I have this connected to. So what that means is we have to range up. I hit the range key one more time. I go into manual 6, so now I'm in the 6 volt range. My decimal point has moved to here, and now I have 0.001 volt of resolution in the 6 volt range. If I hit the range key again, I'm now in the 60 volt range, and my decimal point is here. Now my resolution is 0.01 volts. So you can see as we step up in range, we actually lose a digit of resolution at every range as we step up. So increase the range, decrease the resolution. That's why we have a manual ranging feature, because there's times we want to fix it in a range. We don't want it to manual range. We want to hold that resolution throughout the whole measurement that we're trying to take. If I hit the range key one more time, I now step up into 600 volts. I have enough to measure the voltage. My resolution is now 0.1 volts, and we can see that in the reading. We see 121.2 volts. So if I step up one more range to the 1000 volt range, I now see 121. Now, if you think about the counts, this would actually be like a 6,000 volt range, which would be way over the range of the multimeter. So what happens in a multimeter is they blank out that last digit a lot of times on the highest range, so it gives us a resolution of only 1 volt up to 9999. Now some multimeters will give you a little bit of headroom, so they might go up to 1010, 1020. That's if you're ranging, especially on a mega ohm meter when you're putting in 1000 volts. You want to see if it's a little bit over or a little bit under 1000 volts. So hopefully that will help you understand ranging and resolution. The counts is fixed inside the multimeter, and it's easy to tell what the counts are just by looking at the ranges. And then as we step up in range, we step down in resolution to be able to get the precision on our measurements.